If you sit on the toilet for too long and you still have to push too hard before you are able to poop, then this video is for you. Instead of telling you to eat more fibers and leaving it there, I'll share with you the foods that research has found can help support regular bowel movement. I'll be breaking down the food science behind why these foods can work, and you will also understand by the end of this video why some people respond quicker to these foods and others do not. Plus, as a bonus tip, I will share with you one food product that came through for me when I was constipated. And trust me, it is not what you think. Hi, my name is Chinazo Lawrence, a food scientist, and this is Food-Informa. On this channel, I'll be helping you understand why and how certain foods can help in the management of everyday health problems using food science and evidence from credible scientific research. I'm not a medical doctor, so I won't be giving diagnoses or treating medical conditions. So, that being said, let's get right into the video. Constipation can be chronic or occasional, and the causes can range from low hydration, low fiber intake, the side effects of a medication, or inactivity. So, whatever the cause of it may be, food is one thing that plays a very important role. And so, in no particular order, the first food we'll be talking about is prunes, or also known as dried plums. They help in managing constipation because they contain a compound called sorbitol. Now, sorbitol is one compound that is poorly absorbed into your bloodstream in the small intestine. And so it sits there and acts as a solute, kind of drawing water to itself in your gut. This inflow of water helps in hydrating the stools, making it softer and much easier to pass. But in consuming prunes, you have to be careful because since it draws water into your gut, too much of it can lead to diarrhea. So moderation is key. The second and third food we'll be talking about are green kiwi fruits and oats. And I had to merge these two together because they both contain soluble and insoluble fibers. And I'll be explaining how those work in a minute. But first, scientists recommend to eat 2 to 3 kiwi fruits in a day for 4 weeks in order to improve constipation. Now, soluble and insoluble fibers work very differently. Soluble fibers, as the name implies, are soluble in water. And in addition to being soluble in water, they kind of retain water, they trap water and form like a gel like substance. This substance kind of acts as a barrier and prevents the body from absorbing water from the gut. And so the water stays in your gut, mixes with the stool, softens it, and makes it much easier to pass. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, are not soluble in water, and so they go through your digestive tract very much intact. Their primary aim is to add volume, to add bulk to your stool. It is this volume that causes the walls of your colon to stretch. It causes your muscles to contract and want to clear things out of the way. The fourth food we'll be talking about is beans. Beans are high in soluble and insoluble fiber, which I have already discussed how they work. And in addition, they also contain resistant starches. Now, these starches cannot be digested in your small intestine. Instead, they are fermented in your large intestine and they serve as food for the bacteria that are in your large intestine and kind of promotes your gut health. The last but not the least meal we'll be talking about is water. Guys, it's very important to drink a lot of water because water is important in making fiber work its magic. You need to understand that just before stool is passed out of your body, the large intestine absorbs water from those stools so as to help in forming well-shaped stool. So if bulk of what you are consuming is fiber and you're not drinking adequate amount of water, you end up with bulky stools that are hard and very difficult to pass. So the more fiber you take, the more water you should drink because even the soluble fibers need water in your body in order to be able to function. There are a couple of reasons why some people respond quicker to these foods more than others, but I'll be talking about just two. And the first would be that some people are just 2 or 3 days behind in bowel movement. And so the stool is not too hard or stopped. Their gut is kind of moving somewhat normally. So 2 prunes or 2 kiwis is enough to move things out of the way very quickly. Compared to someone that is many days behind in bowel movement, the stool is very hard, very dry, and very stuck. So for those kind of people, their body may take much longer to respond to those foods. The second reason would be the root cause of the constipation. If the problem is that your diet lacks dietary fiber, your body will respond quickly when you begin to increase your consumption of dietary fiber. But if the problem is not diet related, if it's caused by irritable bowel syndrome or neck issues, changing your diet alone may not be able to solve that problem. And so it's important that you see a doctor so that he can guide you properly on what you can do. And finally, the one product that came through for me when I was constipated is bran flakes. Guys, I had very serious constipation until I stumbled upon this product. Of course, this video is not sponsored, and it opened my bowel and made it very seamless. So it just showed that what I was lacking in was dietary fiber. And so when I started consuming those, it really helped me to open bowel very frequently. So today, make one small change. Drink more water, add a little more fiber, move around, walk around, exercise, and if yours is not improving, please go see a doctor. If this video helped you, like, subscribe, share it with someone that you think needs it, and see you in the next video.